Walnuts and Demerol is a brilliant Two and a Half Men episode. This is the 11th episode of the fourth season. It's directed by Gary Halvorson, and as always, there will be spoilers from now as I go through the episode and share some thoughts. It starts off very festive, well, kind of, with Charlie lighting candles. We have the Christmas tree, gorgeous decorations, beautiful decorations in this episode, and he's singing Joy to the World, but it's a very different version, and he's basically talking about, well, to quote Charlie, how he's going to be bonking Gloria. And he gives Jake $100 as his Christmas present. He's very happy, of course. Jake gives him fart in a can. And then Alan gives him a Nintendo Wii, which is pretty awesome. Dates the episode, but I really like it. And then Judith and Herb come over to collect Jake. I love their outfits, by the way. Judith and Herb look very festive. And they go into the house. Charlie wants them to leave because Gloria's coming over, and it seems like at least one person is leaving. Berta, she demands her bonus, her Christmas bonus, which, to be fair, putting up with Charlie, I think she really deserves. It seems like everything is going to go according to plan, and then Kandi turns up. And she didn't want to be alone at Christmas. Her boyfriend is going to his family and his wife, which is awkward. And obviously Charlie's not happy about Kandi being there. But then very quickly, Evelyn comes over. Love her outfit. Gorgeous glitter on the lapels. Absolutely love it. And then Rose turns up. And then, of course, Gloria arrives. And Gloria is played by Jessica Collins. She's a really likeable character. We don't necessarily get to know too much about her, although we do in a way. And I quite liked her. I thought she was a perfectly fine character. And then Berta brings out more eggnog. Now it's a party. Charlie refuses to accept that it's a party, but the house is full of a lot of people. It's Christmas. There's eggnog. Everybody's having, well, some people are having a good time. Some people are whinging about things. Alan's kind of just milling around. Jake is getting his hands on some eggnog. And Herb is all over Kandi. He has his ear to her chest. She's dressed the way she often is dressed, of course. Gorgeous outfit. Absolutely love it. The costumes in this episode are brilliant. And obviously he's telling her to cough. Obviously Judith isn't going to be too happy about this. We have a lot of different opinions about this current situation. And then Evelyn reveals she knows something. She knows something about Gloria and practically begs Charlie to not sleep with her. What could Evelyn know? I will reveal in a moment when we get there chronologically. I feel like it was really obvious though. And I don't know if I'm just remembering it from when I used to binge watch the show, but that being said, I couldn't really remember anything about this episode. So one of the benefits of having a terrible memory is that after some time I can watch sitcoms again and I've forgotten most of the comedy and I get to enjoy it as if I'm watching it for the first time. So I didn't remember this episode, but maybe somewhere in the back of my mind I did remember what this mysterious thing was. But I like the pacing, I like the suspense. We don't find out straight away. Evelyn bursts in on them in bed, and even then we don't find out immediately. And we'll come back to those in a moment. Meanwhile, Kandi is playing the piano and singing Christmas songs not in tune, which was actually really quite delightful. Jake is out on the deck with a Christmas hat on, drinking eggnog. He's very happy. Judith and Herb are getting busy. They're very happy. And then there's another knock at the door. Alan answers, and it's a woman called Dorothy, played by Susan Sullivan. And we find out that she's Gloria's mother, and she knows Alan. Well, she knew Alan when he was a little boy. So there's something connecting Gloria and Charlie in their past. What could that possibly be? Again, I feel like it was really obvious, but maybe somewhere in the back of my mind I was remembering it. We then find out, as Dorothy and Evelyn are in Charlie's bedroom, that they might be brother and sister. And we get this story of how Dorothy and Evelyn would briefly swap husbands, and, well, it's not completely clear who fathered Gloria. And they end up leaving the room. And behind the door is Berta and Rose just observing. And I've never thought this before, but they make a good duo. They make a good double act. They're both quite sly in a lot of their ways. We know that Berta will sometimes say one thing to one person and then something else to the other, usually Charlie and Alan. And Rose is Rose. I feel like they make a good duo. And then Gloria isn't bothered. But Charlie has a boundary. He doesn't want to sleep with somebody who might be his sister. So good on him for finding a boundary, I guess. We then end with Judith and Herb in the car with Jake, and then we end with Alan going to bed with Dorothy. And that's where we leave things. It's a very messy episode, not in terms of the quality, but in terms of how we are constantly jumping around, back and forth, very chaotic, but in a way that's really fun and really lively and entertaining. And I rather enjoyed that. And we have a lot of different things happening. Then, of course, we have the mystery with Gloria, which I think was as well played. The pacing was really good. Yes, I thought it was obvious, but I don't mind that too much. And it's very festive, very, very Christmassy. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. Walnuts and Demerol is a really great episode of 2.5 Men. Definitely one I really enjoyed.